The microbiological diagnosis of COVID-19 is starts from sample collection, transportation, and diagnostic procedure in form of rapid antigen testing or real-time PCR. And this infection is also guided by microbiologist. Myself, Dr. Taruna, and I am Associate Professor in Microbiology Department of SP Medical College, Bikaner. This novel coronavirus or COVID-19, we all know that this is a RNA virus and the name corona is because of its crown-shaped morphology. This virus is having an envelope, hence we detect the E gene during RT-PCR testing, then spikes they are there and the RNA is there. So we detect genes related with its morphology. This virus is responsible for causing respiratory infection like common cold and pneumonia. The previous versions of virus were SARS coronavirus and MERS coronavirus, and probably this COVID-19 is nothing but this is a newer variant of previously existing strains, and since last 2 years we are suffering from COVID-19 pandemic. How the virus is spread? They are zoonotic and probably the virus has originated from animals. Whenever infection with coronavirus or COVID-19 is there, the patient may suffer from high fever, pneumonia. There can be difficulty in the breathing. GIT symptoms can be there in form of diarrhea and generalized body ache is there. And because of respiratory infection, coughing or sneezing in the infected person can be there. So these are the signs and symptoms of COVID-19 infection. Rate of transmission is each person can infect up to 2% or more than that. As far as lab diagnosis is concerned, we have to collect the specimen both from upper respiratory tract and lower respiratory tract for COVID-19 testing, and the testing is done by real-time PCR. These COVID-19 viruses or coronaviruses are present in the nasal swab and throat swab. We can find them in the sputum also. They are present in the bronchoalveolar lavage and they are present in endotracheal aspirate also. But this is feasible for us to take nasal swab and throat swab. That's why usual preferred sample is nasal swab and throat swab. They are taken up and then these swabs they are kept in viral transport media and transported to the laboratory for testing by real-time PCR now or RT-PCR. Guidance for specimen collection. A BSL-2 containment level is required in order to handle the suspected samples, and we should consider all specimen as potentially hazardous or infectious. Whenever we are handling the specimen, we should have PPE with us, or the laboratory personnel, they should be within PPE. And each specimen is placed into a separate container which is labeled with the patient name and identification number, the collection site, date of collection and time of collection. We should not contaminate the outside of a specimen container and do not handle the laboratory requisition form with same gloved hand with which we are handling the sample. How to collect the oropharyngeal swab and nasopharyngeal swab? The optimal timing of collecting these swabs is within 3 days of symptom onset and no later than 7 days. And the specimen should be preferably collected prior initiation of antimicrobial chemoprophylaxis or therapy, and this is applicable to all microbiological samples. How to package the sample? The original sample should be packed, labeled and marked and documented as category B samples. And standard triple packaging for category B sample has to be followed. And if samples are to be transported to the laboratory, they should be transported on dry ice or at lower temperature, so we can use cooled packs also. And sender should provide the prior intimation about the shipment of sample to the nearest certified laboratory. If any delay is anticipated in testing, then we can keep the samples refrigerated at 2 to 8 degrees centigrade if they has to be processed within 48 hours. If further delay is anticipated, then up to 7 days these samples can be kept at -10 to -20 degrees centigrade. But if more delay is there, or if we have to transport the sample for genomic sequencing, etc., then we can keep the specimen frozen at -70 degrees centigrade so that they can be processed after that, and they remain safer for extended period at this temperature. Types of test performed over these samples. Only molecular diagnosis is gold standard, that is PCR based. Real-time PCR based test is for detection of virus, and for this real-time PCR platform is required, and the laboratory personnel should wear PPE. One more test is TrueNAT test, and with help of this TrueNAT test, now this is possible to perform the test even in dispensaries or community health center or peripheral health center or at satellite hospitals, etc., and no BSL-2 level lab is required for this. And this TrueNAT is a chip-based real-time PCR test. This works on portable, lightweight, battery-powered equipment, and this can be used in remote area having poor infrastructure. So this is a simple diagnostic tool which can be utilized in remote area with little technical know-how. This test has been approved by the ICMR, and manufacturer claims a sensitivity and specificity of 100% and 98.8% respectively, but still we are collecting the data on this. This is the TrueNAT machine. How does this work? This is viral lysis media. The samples collected in VTM, they are lysed first with this medium. This is the sample buffer. We add in the sample RNA chamber. RNA is extracted by this machine, and then this RNA is amplified through this. And this is a chip-based technology and easier to perform. Within 1 hour we can have result, and the machines are available with 2 sample testing and 4 sample testing also. ICMR guidelines are that although a spectrum of tests are available for COVID-19, but point of care tests are home test or self test like rapid antigen testing, whereas molecular tests like real-time PCR, TrueNAT, CBNAT, CRISPR, RT-LAMP and rapid molecular testing system, they are gold standard for testing COVID-19. And newer SARS coronavirus 2, Omicron or variant detection can be done by genomic assay. ICMR guidelines are saying that genome sequencing is done for surveillance purpose, and this is not required to be undertaken for treatment purpose. For treatment purpose, whether the specimen is positive for COVID or negative for COVID is sufficient. Genomic sequencing is done for surveillance purpose only. Therefore, genome sequencing is to be performed only in a subset of positive samples as per recommendation of Indian SARS coronavirus 2 Genomic Surveillance Consortium. The newer SARS coronavirus 2 Omicron or variant detection assay, they are recommended to be used in area with limited genomic surveillance capacity for quick detection of emergence of newer variant in such areas. And this is the ICMR guideline that if a sample is found positive by rapid antigen test, this has to be reported as positive, or this should be considered as positive. But if the specimen is reported negative by RAT test, that is rapid antigen test, and patient is still symptomatic having fever, cough and sore throat, then definitely such specimen should be sent for retesting by real-time PCR. Each personnel engaged in laboratory diagnosis of COVID-19 should wear PPE during testing of the specimen, and these are the PPE. That is, sample should be tested in the disposable hood, disposable this woven gown should wear, mask, gloves, eye gear and disposable shoe cover should be used as far as inactivation of virus in negative pressure room is there. Thank you very much for your patience listening.